Over the past 5 years that I've been part of the association, I can point to numerous instances where it has happened throughout the city. The charging cable is typically copper inside, but it's not much. So for it to be theft, I think it's a misconception on behalf of the person that's perpetrating it. They think there's a lot more value in those cables than there actually is. It's only a couple dollars, but that cable to the owner of the charging station to replace is in the hundreds to thousands of dollars.
We're developing, through technology, an ability for consumers to measure their own carbon footprint. What does that mean? That's where are they traveling? How are they traveling? What are they eating? What are they consuming on the platform? So, individual carbon footprint tracker. Stay tuned. We don't have it operational yet, but this is something that we're working on.
Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Parts Talk. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate each and every one of you. Now, the city of Edmonton had a dream. They dreamt they were loyal to the EV cause. So loyal that they went out and bought over 60 electric buses to overhaul their entire fleet. But that went crashing. I will explain all about that in another story. But today, we're diving into a trend that is a growing concern for some, the targeting of EV charging stations for theft. While it may seem like a baffling occurrence that's left many scratching their heads, they want to know how $5 worth of copper results in thousands of dollars worth of damage. I remember some said EVs were more secure. But trust me, once thieves want something, they will find a way to get it. Even with the recent upsurge in auto theft, one cannot but think about a scheme that's put in place to hike the price of ICE vehicles or just to instill fear of owning one. So now I'm going to show you a not so new trend currently happening in Alberta. But before we unpack, please subscribe to the channel for more EV madness on the go. If you like what you see, smash that like button while you're at it. So let's get straight into this video.
So somebody's doing $1,000 of damage for $5 worth of copper.
Exactly. Over the past 5 years that I've been part of the association, I can point to numerous instances where it has happened throughout the city. The charging cable is typically copper inside, but it's not much. So for it to be theft, I think it's a misconception on behalf of the person that's perpetrating it. They think there's a lot more value in those cables than there actually is. It's only a couple dollars, but that cable to the owner of the charging station to replace is in the hundreds to thousands of dollars.
The metal in the cables is a relatively small amount, and it is coated, which means it's not valuable. And it's also dangerous because they're high-powered electronics.
It's more prevalent in downtown, although it does happen on the outskirts of the city.
Ultimately, the impacts of this, when it happens, are felt by the EV drivers who rely on these stations to charge, and also on the owner of the station who has to get them covered and repaired.
The video is only a minute and 30 seconds long, so I'm just going to unpack three different reasons why this is so. So firstly, the surge in EV charging station theft underscores a broader issue, the vulnerability of the critical infrastructure. Now, these stations are pivotal for the widespread adoption of electric vehicles, yet their susceptibility to theft poses a significant setback. The monetary losses incurred from these incidents not only impact businesses that install them, but also undermine efforts to promote sustainable transportation solutions. The second reason I have is that the motive behind targeting EV charging stations raises questions about the value placed on renewable energy initiatives. While the theft of copper wiring may seem like a small-scale crime, its implications resonate throughout the green energy sector. Now it begs the question, are individuals willing to compromise the advancement of eco-friendly technologies for personal gain, even at the expense of the broader environmental goals that our politicians want us to endure so badly? And some will argue, what goals? Because forced EV ownership based on unaffordability, right now as it is. We covered a similar story where thieves targeted EV cables in California. Now the word is out and growing much like the recent torque converter crisis we had up to last year. Let's finish up this video.
Worth it because the stations do provide a lot of value in terms of helping drivers go about their day, but we obviously don't want to see vandalism. Most charging stations for the public are actually video monitored, or they're in areas where there might be CCTV. And so we're encouraging site hosts, if they happen to have this unfortunately happen to them, to look at CCTV and to share that with local law enforcement. This is not a good way of getting medals. It's not a good way of making money. It's dangerous. It's not worth the cost or the risk.
Now, the final point I want to make is that the prevalence of EV charging station theft underscores the need for enhanced security measures and public awareness. The demand for electric vehicles has been steadily rising as both purchase incentives and the mandate continues to boost efforts, but so too must efforts to safeguard the infrastructure supporting them. So, as usual, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Remember to grab a copy of my ebook, The Parts Manager Guide. Please smash that like button on your way out. It will only take you 1.5 seconds to do so. Until next time.